What up, MVPs? Going to talk to you guys about the next fight on the prelim card. It is Christian Rodriguez, C-Rod, versus Melky Costa. And if you didn't know, Melky Costa, his nickname is Melky Cothi, which is, it's just him mispronouncing the word knockout in Brazilian. And then his milk, it was his nickname in school. All right, so anyways, let's talk about this. Everybody who's talking about this fight is going to tell you C-Rod is the, the prospect killer. His nickname doesn't even have one, but he's the prospect killer. And that's because he went out and beat Raul Rosas Jr., Cameron Simon, Isaac Dolgarian, and Austin Bashi. He's beat 4 world-class prospects, and the way he does it is silly. The way he does it is he gets himself in a bad position. He's getting beat up. He's getting annihilated. And then the other guy gets tired. Can't finish the fight. Can't finish the choke. And he ends up coming back to win the fight. That's what he does. There's no other way to describe what C-Rod does. I don't think he does anything exceptionally well. I don't think he strikes well. I don't think he's a great grappler. He's a good defensive grappler. But where did they come off calling him the prospect killer? Like, why is he not a prospect? He's 27 years old. Why is he not a guy that everybody's singing the praises of? Instead, they're just saying he's a killer of all these young, undefeated fighters. So why is he not on his way up? I'll tell you why he's not on his way up. Because when they gave him an opportunity to go fight against really good guys, he loses. He shot a takedown against Julian Erosa, got caught in a guillotine. You can't do that. That's silly. And that's an old dude. Now, C-Rod fighting against Austin Bashi doesn't move me like that. He was a huge underdog against Austin Bashi in the debut, which was silly. Austin Bashi looked mid as fuck in his Dana White Contender Series fight. Oh, if you listen to Julia and anybody else in the booth, oh, Bashi, he's world class. I see him train at the gym. He's undefeated. And it's just like, bro, the guy looked, the guys looked okay. So you're fighting guys who are very similar in size and stature. And Chris Rodriguez is very short. Christian Rodriguez is short for the division. He's 5'7", bro. And he's just fighting these one-dimensional fighters with no threat to hurt you. Austin Bashi doesn't hit hard. He's got muscles, but they're all for show. He's just a grappler who can't get a takedown. Isaac Dolgarian, full-blown wrestler, can't do any strikes. Cameron Simon, South African dude, just a fraud. And then Raul Rosas Jr. has never punched somebody in his life. And that's an ugly motherfucker. All he's ever done is grapple. So you're looking at Christian Rodriguez, and you're like, all right, who are you fighting? You're fighting a dude who's a problem right now. Now, I didn't like Melky. I didn't think he was that great when I saw him previously. I didn't think he was that great. But if we're judging fighters based upon their last performance, yo, this is a bad dude. What he did to Andre Fili is unreal. He looked faster. He looked stronger, more physical. Like, I thought he looked juiced. I thought he was just so much improvement that I thought, man, that guy's got to be on something. I think that motherfucker glows in the dark. I'm serious. He manhandled Andre Touchy-Fili. It was amazing. And now it's to the point where I'm looking at this guy and I'm going, yeah, he's a problem. He strikes hard. Now, look, he got knocked out by Steve Garcia. Who doesn't get knocked out by Steve Garcia? Steve Garcia hits like a Mack truck. He's a problem, okay? And he got tapped by Thiago Moises on short notice. That was his UFC debut. If you're fighting Thiago Moises on short notice and you make it to the second round, I got a lot of respect for you. I really do. But this is a guy that's just kind of, I can't ignore how good he looked the last time I saw him in the cage, and that was in February. In February, he looked amazing. Yes, C-Rod beat Bashi in January. But it was pretty boring to me. Pretty boring to me. So, in a coin flip fight, in a fight that I think is a coin flip, where do you go with this? Where do you take the underdog in coin flips? Just out of sheer probability and return on your investment. Now, I want to be very clear. I think the only lock in this fight is that Costa can win a round. Rodriguez starts really slow. He doesn't go out there to take your lunch money. He knows he's got to conserve his energy, especially in Mexico. Mexico City, high elevation. He's going to make sure he can finish the fight, and he's known for his cardio and not quitting when others will quit. So Christian Rodriguez will lose the first round. I'm telling you that right now. He's going to lose the first round. Costa's going to come out. Costa throws kicks, strikes. He looks pretty doing it. He's going to impress the hell out of the judges. It's going to sound good. Remember, Milky's a southpaw. When you're a southpaw, body kicks are the opening that are available. These body kicks, it's going to look like a whip. And it's going to go straight to the midsection over and over and over. And you don't want to grapple with this guy. He's a world-class. His base is jiu-jitsu. He's from Brazil. His skill set is, I just think he's a better fighter. What you like about Christian Rodriguez is he's tough. He has the chance to win this thing by points for sure. There's no doubt in my mind. I mean, he's a favorite and all that. But if I had to make a bet here, my bet would be that you don't need to put any money on this fight. I got to pick every fight. You don't need to put any money on this fight. I'm picking Costa. I'm picking the underdog. I would not be betting on this fight. This is a great fight. Two really good fighters, and you have no way of knowing who's going to win this fight. There's no distinct advantage here, with the exception of the fact that Costa's a more dynamic striker and athlete and looks leaner and sleeker. But you don't know if C-Rod's not going to drown him. You don't know if there's going to be a battle of attrition and he fades. You don't know this stuff, and it's going to be a tough one. I wouldn't bet any money on that fight. I would just enjoy the hell out of it. It's going to be a great fight. You know, I usually say, in the matchup nobody asked for. This one, everybody asked for this one. This one's a really good fight. Your friends don't know, but Rico knows. Peace.